because there is too much, social media, news, CNN, BBC, and if you will only listen to that, you will be sick. Even if you are not sick, at least you will be mental sick. Canan, let's go to the next question about what you can recommend to people who are, they don't know, they don't speak maybe the language that well, or they don't have experience of moving to a new country, they don't know how. But if they will not do that, their business will bankrupt. Let's say if you sit in a small town in France or in a small town in Kazakhstan, and if you will not connect with your audience, or you will be only restricted by 100 people with whom you worked before, you will bankrupt, because the time changed and people cannot pay that much. Maybe your profit will reduce. How to change that? Because you did it 4 times already, and you don't know. And you know why I'm surprised? Because I know you for some years. You reached some success, then you leave again. Then you reach some success, and again you leave. So it's already 3 times, 4 times you did it. That means that you can do it again. So what you can recommend to people if they're changing completely the place, if they start business, let's say with Turkey, with a new country, especially, for example, that in Kazakhstan, people are very closely connected to Turkey and they work a lot. When you start a new business in a new country, what are few tips to pay attention to?
Okay, the very important thing before starting anything, when you have an idea, start pre-planning. Make your plans. Your business plan is fine, but just calculate what the cost of living will be. Cost of living means you will be moving with your family, what the rents will be, which schools your your children will be going. So once you are available with the data, what amount of money I will need if I will not be able to do any business in the first year, because you have to estimate it beforehand. You cannot just open a shop and start selling in the very first day, and get prepared for any circumstances. This is called, for banks, in this kind of contingency planning. If something happens and we will not be able to operate. Personally, I was when I was looking for different jobs in different parts of the world, it was literally different parts of, one of them was in Buffalo in USA, or in Hong Kong, or in Dubai, and they all have different differentials. There's much available data in the internet. You are able to make your calculations on the rent, how the cost of living will be. Plus, you can start imagining yourself living there. You will be living your social life. Just check out what type of communities you can be part of. If you are doing yoga or dance or whatever social thing, can you continue? Are there places before going? I literally did so. Before moving to Dubai, I determined where I wanted to live, and I found some yoga studios where I can just immediately start going on. When you are prepared in such circumstances, you can immediately jump to the next step. Building on your business. You have once you have set up the infrastructure for yourself and your family, you are more comfortable on building on your business. Now you will be having a new business network. Even if you are in the corporate world or as a business person, you will be having new people to interact that just I have mentioned as stakeholders. For example, when I was in HSBC in the bank, working in the bank, when I moved to the new country, I have made a list of people who I will be interacting frequently, daily or monthly or whatever, and arranged, including my team members, arranged one-to-one meetings with them. Here I come, Canan. I'm coming from here, and this is what I'm going to bring here. What type of concerns you are having? How can I help? How can my department or function can help with you? When I moved as an executive coach to Azerbaijan, in any case, wherever you are, you have to give first. When you give, you will receive multiple times. And in Dubai, in Azerbaijan, here, I was coaching pro bono to organizations. In Azerbaijan, I was coaching a women organization which has 20,000 members, and it was awarded by Facebook among the top 100 Facebook groups in the world. And I have coached the organization, how a non-profit organization should be run, what type of mindset they should be delivering to their supporters. Their supporters means the sponsors, I can say. And I was also coaching an autism organization in Azerbaijan as well, how they can be a good non-profit organization, because they are interacting with government bodies as well. What their clients, means supporters or sponsors, would be requesting from them. Listen to their expectations. So I was coaching with them. What this has facilitated me to get into the market with reputable channels. You have to be sure about whom you are going to support in that sense, and interacting with reputable people. Then it's not about just going to a networking event, but just distributing your business cards. It doesn't work in that sense, or sending a LinkedIn connection through LinkedIn or whatever. People has to know you. If they haven't heard of you or met with you, then these channels will help you to get in touch with these people. I was also always asking to these people, why did you accept to talk with me? Because I asked to Mrs. Amy, should I talk to her? And she said, definitely. Then I talked to you. So it's important to create your relationships one by one at a time, but investing and giving.
It's, very important, since you did it many times, and I like this concept that you shouldn't come and ask, give me that, give me this, I will do that. But when you share what you can do for them as well, especially now, when the time is changing and not many people can afford the same amount of money, even for coaching. Canan, I want to ask about your profession, now executive coaching. You were afraid to change because you have a stable job. HSBC Bank is one of the best banks in the Middle East, and you have a high position. And on the market, there are thousands of coaches. And unfortunately, the word coach is spoiled. The word, very often, if a person is doing nothing, it's considered to be coach. There are a lot of people who are 20 years old, they say, I'm a coach. And for many people, coach is doing nothing. Unfortunately, this is how the market reacts to the word coaching. It's something negative. So how you overcome this, because you had a very solid job and you reached very good success. How you dealing with that? How you overcoming that perception?
Whatever you are doing, I'm not going to talk about my coaching, but whatever business you are doing, you have to come to the market with your differentials. What is different from you? If there's a basket of apples, why should I select that apple in the corner? You have to have something different. And we all have, in fact. We are just not aware of it. For example, while I was moving from Azerbaijan to England, I have worked with a coach for my marketing strategy, and we have defined my differentials. An executive coach, okay, there's quite a lot. I'm an executive coach who has an MBA from Warwick Business School. Okay, there are very few, but very few. So I'm an executive coach with Warwick MBA plus 20 years executive experience. Oh, that's a bit different. Not all the coaches have that much experience. I am an executive coach who has 20 years background with an MBA and has lived 4 different countries. And then you become more precise. Then your niche market just appears. The people who would like to work this type of a coach. There are people who would like to work with a coach with a psychology background. That are not my market. I don't need to work for them. Just define your niche market. Niche market is not selling Ferrari. Niche market is selling to the right people who wants your service. And these qualifications, people not be buying these qualifications. People will be buying what I'm going to solve their problems, which problems I will be solving. My solutions I can provide. That's why here I'm coaching executive expat women, expat, let's say foreign, it's not used in England, let's say, foreign women or men, whatever, who has just moved to a new country or a new organization, so that I can share what I have experienced, what I have learned, adding to the know-how of coaching or executive coaching, or the tools I have gained from Marshall Goldsmith's stakeholder-centered coaching. So
I see. So it's very different. You take it in a different way. You try to find your niche and the thing that you're the best in. And also you try to find where you can be the most helpful to community, where you can bring the biggest help and your expertise will be valuable. That's you try to do accent on this. And that's my last question to you, Canan. I want to know, in your opinion, what was the person or organization or somebody's story that you would like to tell us that you helped somebody the most? I don't know, maybe somebody came in England and he was completely miserable and he didn't know how and where to start, and maybe with your help something changed, or I don't know, or you will say, Olga, I cannot do anything. There was such a difficult case when a person came and I never even heard about that, and I said, no, I cannot help you. What is the story that was the most valuable for you?